Welcome back to another episode of Aunt and Andrew. With families, everything.
Until it's not.
That's true.
Andrew, how are you?
I'm fine, Aunt. I'm ready to go. I'm in another
He's
tracksuit
not in
today.
another tracksuit.
You know,
Is
they
my
really,
head too high?
I
It looks
think
like
it's
I'm an
good.
elf on a shelf or something here today.
Not
Let me
yet,
sit
not yet.
up.
Starbucks may have
Oh,
those holiday cups, but oh, and just
oh,
so you know, breaking news for all the Starbucks fans. No, we know Aunt isn't one.
no, I hate
They
Starbucks.
don't charge for non-fat milk anymore.
Well, why would they anyways? That's an option. It
I
should be
don't
worked
know.
into the price of the $17 latte.
I know, right?
No, I like you want to know who has the best coffee? Like, I don't know about other places. It would be the equivalent of like Wawa and the rest of the
What is it?
country. Oh, Cumberland Farms.
Oh,
Every
Cumbies.
drink is the 99
I like
cents.
Mary Lou's.
The best coffee in town. That's their brain
I like
jingle.
Mary Lou's.
Well, I want to tell you, if you go to Cumberland Farms, it's like a Wawa. Every single drink, doesn't matter what size it is, whether it's hot or cold, is
I thought that you
99
liked the coffee
cents.
at the Encore
I
Casino.
love the
Oh.
coffee at Encore. I do. I do. I'm
And we
having
are not
tea.
sponsored by the Encore
I wish I was.
yet.
I wish I was. So we were in New York this week, and Andrew and I both, because we snark on this one.
Well,
Though,
we weren't in New York. We watched New York.
no, we're talking about New York right
Yeah.
now. Both of us were surprised it was even on this week
Yeah, we were shocked
because it
because of
was
the election.
election night,
And we were
and
both watching, like, we didn't watch it. We watched it today and we both kind of thought it was not there. And
I
I'm
didn't think it
grateful
was
we
even
both,
on my
I almost didn't even watch it. Like, I didn't even almost check because I just assumed it wasn't on. And then I was
right.
like, I should check. And then I was like,
Like,
oh my gosh,
ooh,
I got to watch it.
surprising. And so we surmised it's because even Bravo doesn't care about this show.
Exactly.
Because whenever there's anything going on, whether it's the Super Bowl or the World Series,
Yep.
whatever,
Christmas, like holidays,
Christmas, New
Thanksgiving.
Year's, the whole bit, you don't see a new episode. But election, they put on New York. So that just shows you they care about as much about the show as I do,
Yeah, they just
which
want
is
it to end.
none. I think this story should be the whole series should be renamed How Pavit Hates Jessel.
Oh, yeah. But
He
also how
hates her.
Jessel hates Pavit and then plays the victim.
Yes, but Erin hates Abe.
Oh, yeah. But
Oh,
Abe
big
doesn't
time.
hate Erin.
No, no. He loves being on TV.
And
We
you
have a
can tell that
lot of
Abe,
husbands who are, we're going to talk about a few series today, and there's a few husbands who are just a little obsessed with being a house husband these days.
and then we have the Todd father in say in Salt Lake City. The Todd.
Oh, it's too much. So again, so much about Pavit. Now, why would Pavit want another child with this woman? He literally despises her, and all she does is cause him cash. You
Do
know,
you think they talk about like how they're gonna argue and bicker before they mic
or
up?
does it just happen?
Well, I mean, most of these people we've
No,
seen with the
no, I
DeBros,
don't.
for example, on OC, and I think there's some of these couples that just like know, like, okay, we can bicker, we can make a joke here and there, but like we also are showing our marriage on TV, and like we don't want to make it look like if it is bad, I would assume they wouldn't want it to look that way. Jessel and Pavit have no care in the world, both of them, which I appreciate a little bit. I do.
Well, which makes me think it's even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's to me it looks like it's in trouble.
Or like, I don't know, part of that, or do they
And
push
she's a
on for the cameras?
princess. I know. I don't. I think legitimately she's a princess because
She's a
when
bitch. Look what she did to Erin at the with the guacamole. Like you're literally sitting in a Mexican place. Everyone knows that onions are one of the biggest ingredients says as Teresa would say.
ingredients,
Ingredients
ingredients,
as Teresa
ingredients.
Giudice would say.
I know.
Um, in any type of Mexican food. So why on earth would she walk in and be like, "Ooh, do you smell? Did you use that deodorant?" And then there's just something
Onions.
about these women that like I'm just like, and I do like the new one. I do.
I
I
like
think
her
she's
best. She's the
real.
only one that's natural to me.
She's real. She's natural. She's extremely educated. You can tell she's
Yes.
cultured, and I like her
Mhm.
fiance too. You can tell she's
Yeah.
normal and educated, and like,
Yeah.
and I
Well,
have
to
to say
be
that.
an art curator, you do have to be educated. It's
And she's
quite
like
a
a
cultured
neurologist or
world.
whatever. Her
Yeah.
her fiance, like that, you
Yeah.
can just tell
Yeah.
that they're. And
Educated, educated.
I
I
like
think
that
all of
they.
these women are educated, though. I believe they all went to college. I don't think that they're
Mm,
uneducated women.
Well, what I'll
They're
say is this: I
just
like how the
dumb.
Raquel
There's
and
two
the
different
fiance
things.
are navigating, like they're talking about their relationship, and I still don't understand about it. Should she date her
With the
before the ex?
date,
And
but I don't
still
I
also
don't
don't
get it. It
understand
was
how
all
she's
so
the subject,
confusing to me. I was going to ask you to explain that to me
the
because
subject of the art, you know, kind of like I just didn't get it. She's like the
I mean,
subject of the art.
she no, am I right that she broke up with her husband and now she's with the fiance?
She
Or was there
got
another woman
divorced.
in
Yes,
between?
she got divorced from her husband.
Right.
Then she was dating a girl long term.
Okay.
And then the girl that she was dating was an artist. And apparently
Okay.
Raquel
I
was like
couldn't tell by
part
the
of the
picture
art.
if it was what it was in the
So she
picture.
was
I'll be
like,
honest with
they
you.
were like a team when it came to art.
Okay,
So
get
then
it.
when they broke up, they decided
Right.
it was more strategically like better. And people do this in business. We've seen this in other
Yeah,
businesses
yeah,
where
yeah,
people
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
realtor, like people that own businesses together, they don't want. You look at Mauricio and Kyle, just like,
Yeah.
and that's just them being public figures. They wanted to try to like not make it look what it was before it was. I mean, you hear
You
rumors
know,
about,
it's almost like the roll-offs because they got
yeah,
divorced, but they
thank you.
still own the farm. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
know. Well, I couldn't figure out that relationship
But so
though,
what she's
because
saying is that when she then started to date the like when she was then dating the girl, people because they had a lot of personal friends that also knew the business, and it's like I can see why that's complex, but it's like why don't you just tell your personal friends if they mean that much to you and you care the truth and say, but for our business, we're not going public
well,
with our
I
breakup.
just thought to myself, you with your husband and you left him for a woman,
No,
that leaving the woman for another woman was less like
shocking.
breaking news, yeah, than
Yeah,
leaving your husband for a woman.
yeah.
I mean, that to me shocking. If you're a lesbian, you leave a lesbian for another lesbian is far less shocking than if you're
Oh, of
straight and you
course.
leave
Yeah.
your husband for a lesbian. I'm just saying,
Yeah, I get
so
what you're
I
saying.
didn't
You're kind of
quite
like,
get
wait a minute, this upset you and made it difficult for you. Then how was it when you left your husband and started
husband.
dating
Yeah,
women? Because
yeah,
that
yeah.
seems a lot harder.
Yeah, it shouldn't be at all. Erin had this little, okay, first of all, I do think Jessel is the way Jessel is because when she was with her mom,
Oh, she's nuts.
yeah, and she said to her mother, "I'm going to need another day nurse, a night nanny, a day nanny. Oh, it's so much." And the mother didn't bat an eye, so the mother knew that Jessel is not capable of handling three children because she's got a nanny now, and then she must have a night nanny unless the kids are. I mean, too much. Like
Her
no
demeanor
wonder.
was like the Indian version of your mom, in my opinion. Very like warmly cold, but constantly skeptical of what's coming out of your mouth. Like, remember how Oma used to just say things like she would look at you, like she really absorbed things, like
Oh
she would
yeah, and then
listen,
she come
and you
at
could
you.
tell, you know, the emoji where the head's like the
Yeah, well,
smoke
that's
and
my
stuff.
that
That's
was my
that,
mother.
yeah.
Yes.
Whenever
Yeah.
she heard something outrageous, she would not speak right away, but
Yeah.
you could tell based in their mind. And my favorite one ever is, and I won't have to say anything, but I'll just do the actions. And you know exactly what I'm talking about there. It was like a bouncy ball. It was like resting.
She was my mom was asleep at a family party and something triggered her and oh suddenly she was awake. It was
It was
funny.
the best thing
Oh,
ever.
that was the funniest.
But yes, I can see why she is because of her mom, and you do
Yeah.
acquire a
Well,
lot of
not
those
only that
traits.
though, I can see why Pavit doesn't want another child because she doesn't really want another child. She wants somebody to go shopping with.
Or to
There's a
put bows
difference.
on.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like she like wants a little toy. But the toy's going to cost Pavit another $100,000 a year because he's going to have a day nanny and a night nanny and this and that. So he's not interested because I have a feeling um, that's why he eats. That's all I'm going to say. I don't think they're in a satisfying relationship.
I think it's convenient for the two of them, and I think there's a lot of cultural
It's cultural.
heaviness that keeps them
I
together.
do too. Somebody tell me out there the cultural aspects
Yeah,
of
what are
this
the
because I don't.
traditionals?
Right, I
Traditions.
don't want to pretend I know.
Divorce, like is divorce okay? Like what like how does that work? Any of our
Yeah,
listeners
I
who are on
don't
the
know. I'd love
Indian
to know
religion
because it
or
is a
religion.
different culture and I don't want to pretend I understand
No, we
another
don't. I'm
culture.
sure it's little
Um,
less progressive than what we've seen in the US. I think we both know that. So I'd like to know what the real like ins and outs are. Like
yeah,
what, you
well,
know, what's socially acceptable, what's not.
right. And it's interesting because like Sai, I don't think her and her husband hate each other. And but I do believe Erin hates Abe, and I believe these two hate each other. I can just
Yeah, I
see the
think Abe
writing on
loves
the
Erin,
wall.
but Aaron doesn't hate
No,
him.
I can see
And I
them
think Bryn should just date her brother.
I hate to say it, but I can really, I mean, we're getting snarky. I don't know if Erin and Abe are gonna stay married.
I don't
Like if
either.
there was one marriage on this show that gets divorced first,
Do you
I
think
would,
she's the one that they're talking about how she slept with a guy at the end in the preview?
I don't know. I
She's
don't
the
want to.
only one that they didn't show when they were showing everyone's reaction to it. Like, oh my God. Oh, oh my God. It was her and Rebecca Minkoff. And what is
Oh.
Bryn's issue
Hmm.
with Rebecca Minkoff?
I
Listen,
don't know. Listen,
Nordstrom Rack, like, okay, listen, I get it.
listen,
It's not Fendi, it's not Gucci, it's not like the highest like level of fashion, but it's like,
but
Bryn, what
it's
the hell do you
not
have?
Kohl's.
You have like a new dating app that you think is going to revolutionize the dating industry and your
Yeah.
bank account.
Yeah. I mean, like, I thought it was a diss because I would say that Nordstrom Rack to me is like going to off Saks Fifth. Well, off Saks Fifth is a little bit better, but it's not Kohl's. It's not
Listen, if you're a
Marshall's.
clothing designer and you're in Walmart, you've made money. Like this is mass production in retail stores. Like I wouldn't shade anyone that's in a retail store like that has
I
that
know.
much product placement. They're making way more money than she's making.
And it was interesting when Bryn said that, Erin's look on her face was like, oh, good one. Like, even though she went, oh, it was like, oh, I wish I came
Well, I
up with
think it's
that. I'm
awkward.
loving this.
I
No,
think it's
because,
more, it's the nervous laugh of like, you just said that on camera, but then in Erin's confessional, she says, I don't know what Bryn's issue with Rebecca is,
well,
but
because
I
she
haven't
thought
seen
about it,
her.
but because she thought about it.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? I think sometimes they react on these shows and then they go home and go, oh God, did I
Ubu
just
was
say
funny when
that?
she said, I look like a bank teller. And she goes, would you like anything else? And that was funny. I did think that was funny.
Shouldn't have Erin, since we're dissing on the show big time, shouldn't she have greeted her guests?
I think that whenever you're doing a real product party and you're filming, it must be a lot that you have to handle because, like, a lot of the times when they film at parties, it's pretty much understood that, like, even the host isn't available to see her other guests because she's filming with her
All
cast.
right. Well, I
Like,
didn't like that. And I want to tell you, um, God rest. May he rest in peace, Erin's dad, because he did
oh, yeah,
die.
I know, but he's a
But I
sweet guy.
hate to tell you, he's creepy.
Oh, he is creepy.
I think he's creepy. He's
You don't
got,
like to be in bed all day? Well, I would with you.
he's creepy to me. And he has like a what was the character on the Addams Family? A little lurchish to me.
You know who he reminds me of a teeny bit?
Uh,
Your uncle that touched my mom's boobies once when she had on the things, you know, the one that accidentally like touched my mom, the one that we were just talking about, his son or nephew.
yeah. I know who you're talking about. We have to give it away. I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
But it's the
I don't know.
foreign,
No,
there's
no,
the
no, no.
foreign
I
part
got
of it
other
too that's a little
uncles.
creepy.
He got other uncles. He looks like not like that one. Mm-mm.
Acts like.
Feely. That's all I'm
Feely.
gonna say.
Very like
Very
not, it's not meant from like
feely.
a place of like, I want to be a creep, but they don't know. They really look like one. Who's your mess?
Um, no, let me see. The mess is Bravo in a way for putting this on the night of election. Who's a mess? Jessel.
Yeah, I would say that too. Jessel. I will
Jessel.
say Erin's outfit looked amazing at that party.
Yeah, they
Very,
all look
yeah.
good. They have great fashion. I mean, these are New York icons. You know, it says a lot. We didn't mention the phenomenal in her mind, Jenna Lyons. She's another one that is just too pretentious for me, and it never ends. I just want them to. I think that's why I like Sai. I feel like she's the only one that has taken off the mask in this
Oh yeah,
show.
she has.
Yeah,
She
and
was
the
having fun with the
rest are all
tequila.
just
She was
in.
eating. She goes, "There's no
Oh,
sponsors at this party."
and let's talk about the Moscow. Like, is this Ramona Singer's Pinot Grigio, or is this an
No, no,
actual
no, because
product?
Ramona didn't invent Pinot Grigio from
Veneto,
Veneto. Where'd you say? And then the cow just jumps in.
Veneto,
They're saying they literally
Veneto.
brought mezcal to the U.S.
Yeah, I mean, it's really
It's pretty
hysterical.
iconic for Housewives, though. That's what I have to say. The good thing about when you are so aloof and you're not really relatable is
Yeah.
the stuff that comes out of your mouth is great.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that Sonia Morgan's townhouse right now has scaffolding all the way up to the top because they're renovating something next door after she sold it?
Okay, but so it's probably the new owners who scaffolded it.
Yeah, no, it's just funny to me. The minute she got rid of it, it's now looks like it's under construction. Like it's like, but
I hope
I
she got
just thought
some
of
money
Sonia
and it
because of being
wasn't all.
unhinged. But
Yeah.
anywho,
Okay.
all right, well,
All right.
follow
We
us,
hate this
like
show.
us.
I hate this show. Sorry, we continue to bore you with it.
It's okay. We love you guys. Follow us, like us, subscribe
Love.
us, comment, love, love, love. Bye.